What is up, my beautiful peeps out there on YouTube, Fragrance Land? Thanks for joining me here on my channel again, Steven Sturgill. Let's get into it, guys. We're looking today at my first ever Atelier Cologne Absolu, and it is Tobacco Nuit. This is the 200 mils bottle. Now, they changed the flacons, I think, a few years ago. They went from colored glasses like blue and or maybe even clear. I think the original may have been clear, I forget. But at any rate, these guys are shiny white and they now have gold caps. Maybe not to everyone's taste, maybe a little kitschy, whatever, but it's to represent the quality of ingredients inside the juice. Atomizer is very good, not overly large in its distribution, but does the job. You really cannot hold the bottle by these caps, guys. They just slide right off, so not recommended. Keep that in mind. I thought the bottle would be bigger, being a massive size of a 200 mils, but it's kind of like those double-sized soap bars you can get if you're into gigantic soap bars. It's almost the same size as one of those juggernaut super-size XXXL soap bars. On the bottom, Impress of Atelier Cologne FGC1. I guess that's a batch code or something like that. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Whatever. Simple. This is sort of like a fake leatherette type sticker. It's embossed with gold letter. I don't know if can the light catch that on the camera. Yeah, right there. You can kind of see how that's gold. Very, very pretty. Simple. To the point. Tobacco Nuit Cologne Absolu. I normally don't go into box production. I'm not a big box guy, but this is the box for what it's worth. And guys, you do not, I repeat, you do not have to spend crazy money on this line. Yes, if you go to Nordstrom's and other major carriers and boutiques, you will pay for a 200 mils anywhere from about $175 on sale, all the way up to $350, depending on the actual blend that you're trying to buy. I got this off Amazon from a very trusted seller that works directly with Amazon. Well, they all do. What am I saying? But I mean, you know what I'm saying. You can buy this guy's stuff using Amazon Prime, and I got this for $125. But with a caveat, I got Amazon's new Prime card, which I qualified for instantly, and they took off $60 from the tab. So I ended up just getting this for about $65 and change. A 200 mils bottle for $65. Yes, thank you. Count me in. Okay, this was, in fact, although this is an American brand, I should point that out. I thought it was a French brand. It's actually an American brand, but yes, they are primarily made and designed in France. And you can see that on the back of the box, made in France, 8th Street, basically, Rue Saint-Florentin, Paris. First floor, whatever. Da 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 da. This company was founded in 2009, the House of Atelier Cologne or whatever, House of Perfume. They consider, composed of extracts of perfume, inspired by, and I'm translating from French, inspired by the legendary Eau de Cologne, the creators Sylvie Ganter and Christophe Kervassel. Anyways, blah, 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 blah. You can read all about it later. I'm not here to give you... Anyways, the blurb on the box and the idea of this fragrance is, this night, the jazz club was full. The notes effortlessly emerged from his saxophone. A beautiful dark-haired woman approached. Her appreciation for the melody was no secret. Confidently, she softly spoke to him. A moment he could only dream of. A moment he could only dream of. Okay, man, she must be a perfect dime for him to actually dream of her, whispering in his ear that she loved the melody. So maybe he has a chance, huh? Well, I'll tell you what, this guy here will give you a chance. This is awesomeness in a bottle. This is awesome tobacco scent, juice, aroma. This is a divine concoction. Let's get into the notes. Oh, and before I forget, this is really cool. This comes with this little certificate card. God, can you please focus, for the love of God? Focus. This is the pain of an autofocus camera. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. And on the back, you'll see it has this loyalty code or whatever that thing is. I don't know. It's called a loyalty reward program. Create or access your online account and enjoy exclusive privileges with your personal code. Let's see. Pouvez accéder à votre compte en ligne et profiter d'avantages exclusifs et utilisant votre code personnel. Anyway, whatever, something like that. I don't know what kind of prizes they give out or whatever. I don't know what those perks are, but I'll have to look into them. Okay, getting into the scent. By the way, I'm wearing it. This is my scent of the day. It is awesomeness in a bottle. I think I already said that. And I'm still getting over a head cold / wintry flu, so I apologize. I am still sounding a little bit congested. I'm always nasal, but this is extra, so apologies. Top notes here, guys, are Italian Clementine, which I think is supposed to be a slightly more lemony Clementine, if you will. It's, you get that Italian almost bergamot thing going on, neroli type vibe a little bit. Coriander and cumin. There's maybe just a hint of the BO factor in this fragrance, but it's so well blended and it's so soft and dialed back. You really needn't worry about BO issues. And a lot of us out there are concerned about cumin or cumino giving too much of a BO vibe. Don't worry about it here. Coriander and the cumin, along with that Clementine. Clementine, guys, it does vape off really, really quickly. I would say in the first 10 minutes to 15 minutes max, it's mostly gone on my skin. Maybe there's a little trace left, not much. In the heart, we come to labdanum, to tobacco blossom, and incense. And in the base, Atlas cedarwood, Brazilian tonka bean, and finally, Indonesian patchouli. Again, I've said this, and I'll keep saying this in most of my vids. I suspect there may be a few more other hidden notes in this concoction that they're not being fully forthright with. Just an opinion, could be wrong. I think there's at least 3 other notes in here that are not listed, and they almost all do it with some exception. Whatever. There seems to be some musk in here for starters, and there's a little hint of oud and leather in here, albeit very, very dialed way down, way soft. And there might be just the most babyest, tiniest, angelic touch of vanilla in here. Definitely not prominent. I'm not saying it pops off the skin. I'm saying deep down the fragrance, there is a trace hint of vanilla, and at least to my nose, but it could just be the interplay of the tonka bean combining with that labdanum and the incense, yada, and the patchouli and the cedarwood. Maybe that's what it is. This has a nice, woodsy, creamy, almost a sandalwood-like accord, combining with a very rich, but at the same time, mild tobacco. This is not an aggressive, grab you by the you-know-whats or the jugular or the throat tobacco. This is not going to just knock you out of the ballpark, or, it's not a ticking time bomb. It's not going to just it's not going to clog up a room or evacuate a room. It's not that type of powerhouse fragrance. It is, however, very, very strong in terms of long-term effusion. This is, remember, the guys, if you don't understand what a Cologne Absolu is, the way I like to look at it, at least in layman's terms for the masses, is I think of Cologne Absolus or Absolus like mm, eau de parfum concentrations, but with the character of an EDT, if that makes sense. So you're very much getting the richness and the thickness and the heaviness of a true eau de parfum concentration, but you're getting the characteristic of an EDT or an eau de toilette. You're getting that type of activity off the skin. So this is maybe in some respects, maybe the best of all worlds combined, in the sense that you're going to get lots of longevity, but you're also going to get lots of performance. So this is a really, really, really interesting way to go. As far as we don't see too many Cologne Absolus on the market. This is kind of genius, honestly, and has, I would say, much better longevity than most EDTs out there on the market. And frankly, probably in that regard, a lot better performance than most EDPs or eau de parfum concentrations. So something to keep in mind. The incense in here, guys, is, to me, it's not the churchy kind. It's very mild, very soft, and just ever so slightly smoky or ashy, if that makes sense. But don't think cigarette ash. I mean, it just has some of that type of quality or vibe to it, but it's very, very soft. Everything in here is just expertly blended. That coriander, the cumin, the Italian clementine, that labdanum, giving that sort of that typical labdanum thing going on with the tobacco blossom and the heart note. And again, that tonka and the Indonesian patchouli and the cedarwood just really rounding out and thickening and strengthening the base. This is easily in my top 10 all-time tobacco scents list now, and it may be as high as top 5. I haven't for sure. I'll need more time to gestate on that and see where it ends up, but it's, at least right now, it's for sure in my top 10. If you're a tobacco banger and you like that tobacco scent, get your nose on this. You'll thank me later. What a wonderful powerhouse scent. Not powerhouse scent in the sense of a beast mode, but just overall. For the winter, for the fall, I would probably, because I love heavy, thick, spicy scents year round, I would probably rock this even in the spring and summer, but I would just pull back on the sprays. This, I would guesstimate, although this is a first wearing, that after about the 4th to 5th hour, this is probably going to die down to what I call a thick skin scent. So something that is perfect for close encounters, something that people will smell on you, but only if they're standing really, really close. Again, I would guess after about the 3rd to 4th hour, as a guesstimate. Could be wrong. We'll see. If I'm really, really wrong, I'll chime in and type up some updates on my vid channel. But this is freaking awesome. It's special. It's a bit unique. On the other hand, it's very true to sort of the genre of what I expect of a sort of pure, somewhat stripped down tobacco scent that lets the tobacco be the all-star and the rock star. And that's absolutely what this cologne is. This Cologne Absolu, which is really more of a perfume EDT type thing. It's kind of a hybrid, maybe the best of all possible formats, if you will. Classy, simple design, obviously. This baby's going to last me probably for the next couple of years, and then I will have to recharge and hopefully buy a new one. I don't want to wait too long because this may go out of production. Any questions? Anyone coming in or tuning in? I apologize for the lack of heads up. I know most of you guys are at work or asleep. It doesn't look like anyone is tuned in, so catch me later on the rebound, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. This is a huge double thumbs up. Awesome, awesome, awesome tobacco-based scent. It has some nuances going on in there. The only maybe two or three elements I would have personally liked, and I'll end on this note. It's a little bit resinous, but it definitely skews dry. I would have liked it if it had been just a little more resinous. I mean, I love it as it is. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying I would have loved it even more if it had been just a little bit more resinous, a little bit spicier, maybe a little richer in the cherry tobacco. Oh, and a quick word about the tobacco. The tobacco in here is sort of a mashup of, if you've ever smelled a really refined high-dollar cigar, not a Maduro, not a Candela, which are green, just a typical semi-blonde tobacco, what they call light medium or medium strength cigar. I would say it's about almost 40% that and 60% blonde cherry pipe tobacco. But at the same time, it's that kind of mashup, but it's quite soft. It's a bit linear, a little bit powdery, but it also is a little bit resinous. So it's somewhere between skews dry, but it's a little bit moist. It definitely has a little bit of a moist base going on. I would have loved this more though had it been just a little bit fruitier, quite a bit spicier, or at least a little bit spicier, and even more resinous. Maybe think amber and resins and I don't know, some other type of oil concentration in there, maybe with some kind of other herbaceous note. But I'm getting that's neither here nor there. This is a world beating scent. It is absolutely freaking awesome, just the way it is. So don't let my little 2 cents, oh, it could have been this, it could have been that. I will also say though, guys, I know for a fact because I read blogs occasionally. A lot of the ladies out there that rock this house, they very much layer, and a lot of us guys out there have learned to layer as well. You could absolutely layer this with a spicier scent or something that's more pure, like pure vanilla, like think Guerlain Double Vanille. So if you want to think, or double vanilla or vanilla, if you want to, you could layer that or a Tom Ford vanilla based scent or a Joe Malone vanilla based scent or a bergamot neroli, or just let your imagination be the dictator. You could layer this and create world beating concoctions where literally the sky's the limit. Only your imagination will decide what those limitations are and where you can go with that. But I digress. That's really a topic for a different discussion. Get your nose on this, get a decant, pull the trigger, go to Amazon.com, get your Amazon Prime card if you don't already have one, and let them take $60 off the tab and get you a 200 mils for $65 and change. You will thank me and you will thank your lucky stars later. Peace, be well, happy New Year, guys. Catch me on the next episode. Love you. We're going up, up, up in 2019. Peace out. Remember, spray often, spray well. Live life on your terms, baby, not someone else's. I'm out.